What's up, guys? This is Red Eye Stardust Dragon. Today I have for you a Brandish Maiden deck profile, but I haven't actually completed it myself, so I will leave a picture of the actual deck that I'm using on Yugioh Pro somewhere like on the top in one of these corners. I don't know yet because I haven't edited the video, but the proper deck profile will be up there. But I will explain my choices as I go along because I haven't actually got all the cards because this deck is hella expensive and I don't really want to invest in it until the off season because I'm not going to Nats or anything. So probably gonna wait until the off season to get the full deck. But without any, and there is a lot of like proxies, but I do have the full deck complete in a way that I know when I get the cards I want to be like swapping out and all. So first of all, you have to play your free Sky Stricker Ace Ray, or Brandish Maiden Ray as I prefer to call it because I really like the Brandish Maiden name. She's self-explanatory. I really do like the free ratio for her, not the one of that some people might be saying. I think free is the best way to play it because her quick effect is really useful and her floating effect is really useful. Her quick effect is really useful along with the field spell. Brandish Maiden Area 0, where you can target her and then use her quick effect to go to Gary and you still get that excavate if you do hit a Sky Striker card. So it's really useful. I do like this 4 ratio. So yeah. I do play the Toon Engine, so this is the last bit in my Toon Engine. I play Toon Cyber Dragon because you can tribute off your Kagari or something to summon your Toon Cyber Dragon and then go into your Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Because I do really like Toon Engine because it does get you into free spells, and if you do open up with like 2 Toons, you can always search out the field spell or the continuous spell to send it away. So then you can fill up your graveyard and you get the bonus effects of being able to excavate or have all your spell cards being unstoppable, basically. I like the Darkest Evalas. This can help you go for game. It can apply pressure. I've heard it can be really good in mirror matches because I haven't actually played this deck against a mirror match yet. I have been testing it online in Yugioh Pro. I have the Yugioh Pro beside me. Darkest Evalas is really good because you can always clear himself off the field spawn if you need to, and you can chain it to raise effect. Plus, you play the Foolish Burial, so there's an extra spell engrave too. So that's really nice. I'm playing hand traps, but unfortunately I'm using my Ash in a different deck right now, so I have to play free effect filler. This is probably the worst hand trap, but I am sort of budgeting this deck right now as I don't have the deck complete, so I play free effect filler. This is meant to be Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. You'll see deck profile, and if you do have Ash Blossom, I say go for the Ash Blossom. And then 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, because you can definitely hit Kagari when this is summoned with it, because when Kagari is summoned, it's a you can effect, so if they activate it, you can Kagari them, and now like get Kagari off field. I don't know if that's actually powerful now that I'm thinking about it, but Ghost Ogre is still quite a powerful hand trap, especially against like rogue decks that you might play against. So for the next card I meant to play free Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, but unfortunately I only have the one right now. So this is the filler for the Mobilize Engage because this is like $100 card in US and it's around like £60 in the UK and I think €70 I want to say. So it is a really expensive card and I only have the one for which I pulled. This is a really powerful card. It's a must free of. That's why I'm not playing the deck because I don't have free of it, but it's really powerful and if you're playing this deck you definitely need it. Once again, this is another proxy. This is meant to be Brandish Maiden Window Anchor. This is the next best thing I could find to fill it in for the current time being until I get Widow Anchor. So if you have Widow Anchor, play this instead of the Widow Anchor. For the next card, we have free Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Jones because this is a really powerful card. If you don't open up with Ray, this is your filler for Ray, and it can help you build up the link tree if you have stuff like Borrowload or like Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of something. It's a really powerful card just in general, and definitely play it. And this is the most splashable part of the Brandished Maiden engine. I have Regeki and Darko because I don't have any afterburners either. Yugioh is probably one of the cheaper parts of the deck. I didn't put any in my box, and I haven't put any in my packs yet. So once I do get afterburners, you play them instead because Regeki is kind of good, but it's not searchable. Darko, you blow up your own board too. It doesn't really matter as much because your Ray will just float back, but you definitely want to be playing afterburners instead of Darko Regeki because it's searchable, and I'm just playing them right now because I need to fill cards. Once Sky Stricker maneuver jamming waves, it's not that helpful, but it can help sometimes in a mirror match because you can force out like their Widow Anchor, and then you also get to destroy their Shizuku. One Herculean base because I do find that you go through your Kagaris really quickly, so you need some way to recycle them. And this is probably the best way to do it. And in the late game, you can always use Kagari to like put it back in your hand every single turn. DD Crow because I don't have Shark Cannon. I'm not playing Ego Booster in the main, but I am making one copy of Shark Cannon because this is really effective in the mirror match, especially in AF Ray, and it's also good in like the grind game against certain decks. One Multitism row because I really do like this card, but it's way too bulky at 3 or even at 2. I was considering playing it at 2, but sometimes you see it too often, and it's actually the best at 1. Definitely a good one-off. Then we play 2 Sky Striker Airspace Area 0, one of my other favorite cards in the deck because you can get rid of dead cards. Like if you draw into Metal Foes Fusion, it's not really a brick because you can just send it away. And if this gets destroyed, you can summon a Ray from deck, especially if you play stuff like MST, because then you can just MST your own field spell, get a Ray, and you're still benefiting off it. Then we play 3 of the Central Hand Trap called by the Grave because Drone Lockbird stops this deck, so you have to maximize the chances of that not happening. Also, this is just good generically because assuming that your opponent isn't playing a Pendulum or a Chujigo deck, this can actually help a lot. And now that 60 card decks are dead, it's not really as useful generically, but this is mostly in here to stop the Joan Lock when you get Joan Locked. One Foolish Pearl for the Darkest Deep Balls. You could also send it off. You send Ray to the graveyard so you can use its effect to float after the Kagari dies. 3 Foolish Burial Goods because this does help you stack up your spells into the grave. Because if your tune tables don't go off, then this is your next best thing. 1 Metal Foes Fusion because this is a target for Foolish Burial Goods. A bit of advice if you are playing this deck for the first time: you don't want to use immediately use the Metal Foes Fusion's effect to shuffle back in deck because you want the free spells to get the bonus effects. So you have to keep this in the grave until you have 3 other spells in grave where you can then shuffle back for advantage. 1 Rhoda to search out your Ray, and it's a follow card to help stack your grave spells. And 3 Table of Contents, mismatching rarities because I only have 2. Anyway, this is the best way to get free spells in your grave because you just tune tables, and then that's free spells. And if you're playing Toon World, you can always get a 4th one, but I wouldn't advise playing Toon World because it's kind of like a dead card. Whereas if your field gets wiped and you have Toon Cyber Dragon hand, you can always do that and then just like link off with their extra monsters. And if you're like extra linked, you can also do that, where you send away 2 of their monsters and you make up Chimera Tech being like 38, I think it would be. And for the last card in the deck, we play 1 Upstart Goblin. I'm thinking about cutting this card considering the new time rules, but for now it's just a filler spell card and it's just really good in general. And my extra deck is like terrible, so just bear with it. The proper version somewhere here, so I will explain like what you're meant to be playing. So first of all, you play the free Kagari. This is standard, and well, you just really need it. I only have 2 Shizukus right now, so for the filler I'm playing Kara Brushka. which is really bad. Don't play this. I've never gone into this, but you can actually manage with 2 Shizukus, but you're better off playing 3 Shizukus rather than some filler card like I am. This could also be Link Karibo because this is actually really good in the deck too. For the non-links, we play 1 Mega Fleet Dragon for the Twin Cyber Dragon target, 1 Cyframe Lord Omega. I will explain this when I go into my extra deck because there's a way for me to get into this. Utopia and Lightning in case you ever have 2 ready, because this deck, like I said, it struggles to get over Darkest Steel Balls. So in the mirror match, you can always summon Darkest Steel Balls against your opponent and they can't do anything against it. Nightmare Mermaid to link away the Phoenix. Whoop. Then currently I'm playing Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Cerberus to get over those problematic spell cards or monster card. You don't really want to see them otherwise. Like I said, this is Link Karibo currently, and I'm playing Deco Talker, which should be Borlo Dragon. You will see up there because Borlo Dragon, like I said, you struggle to get over big monsters, so you need Borlo Dragon. If I can just get the card, I will now show you my side deck. I wasn't actually planning on showing you the side deck, but here it is. So we are playing 3 Cyframe Lord Omega. I think my computer just turned off there, so wait a minute. It's back online now. So I don't have drone lockwords yet, so and I'm planning to get my drone lockwords soon because it's actually pretty cheap considering Legendary Collection 5. I mean, Kaiba's World is getting reprinted, so this is meant to be drone lockbird, but Cyframe Gear Gamma is actually pretty good too considering you rarely control monsters except for in the extra monster zone, so this is actually live most of the time, except whenever you're going first, because this is a good going second card, and you have to play the Gamma, the driver to complement that. There's my own personal tech in the side deck, which is the actual Cyframe Lord Omega target is free Trap Eater. Because I know this deck loses to Anti-Spell and Imperial Order really quickly, so you need to find a way to out it as soon as possible. The only problem is we don't have generic Link 1 yet, so I'm playing Cyframe Lord Omega. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, just Cyframe Lord Omega or the Nightmare Cerberus or Nightmare Phoenix going second. So that's more or less it. I'm playing 3 MSTs, but I would rather these be Typhoon right now because it is a bit more flexible. But MST is also pretty good by itself, but I would rather it be Typhoon. Play 2 Ego Boosters. This is actually meant to be 1 Ego Booster and another Shark Cannon. The Gamma is also meant to be another Shark Cannon. So in essence it's 1 Ego Booster and 2 Shark Cannons because I play 1 Ego Booster so it's searchable and you can also recur it in case of those like matchups that you can't get over or something. And Shark Cannon is really good against like graveyard based decks. And finally we have Red Rebirth. This is more like trap card negates. Also this is kind of an auto win button against Ultrageist. Personally, I haven't played Ultrageist yet myself, so I don't actually know, but I would assume this is the auto win button against Ultrageist. But anyways, that is my Brandish Maiden deck profile. If you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed it, and considering subscribing for more in the future like this. This deck was more so templates because I don't think this will be the final version of the deck I'm running, but you know, it's up to you, it's your deck, so play it the way you like. I was considering playing Yosenjus with the Brandish, but unfortunately, unless you draw the Yosenjus in multiples, they're dead cards in your hand, and you rather them be like a useful spell card, like just trying to find an example for what I filled in, like Rhoda or the Foolish Burial Goods, like something useful, rather than a brick monster that you can't use and will lock off your like good spells. So I guess this is my Brandish Maiden deck profile, and I will see you guys later. This is Red Eye Stardust Dragon out.